Morning, gamers. Seems to do something for me. This is just a note to self, kind of chatting gas and uploading it because why not? It seems to do something for me, right, in terms of like. My priority right now is just getting my head screwed on properly. I think I just blew my head off with too many psychedelics, and now I'm like slowly like coming back to being more grounded, and like not just like astral traveling, building castles in the sky and shit. Um, but it seems to do something for me to envision like who I want to become. Not inherently in a selfish way, but also like what I want to do for the people around me. Like, what do I want to embody? What do I want to achieve? Somewhat embody in like in a physical way as well, in terms of physique. Cause say, for example, right now, like I've never really built myself up like properly, in the gym and shit. Uh, I've never been like a super testosterone beast. If anything, I don't know if it's estrogen yet. I used to have this thing. Someone cleared it up for me recently. When I was younger, I used to have this like lump like under my nipple, my left nipple, and it was painful to put pressure on. And none of my family ever knew what it was or nothing. It made me so insecure, and I was so like fearful about it. Apparently, that's estrogen, which with the New World Order and the endocrine disruptor epidemic, it wouldn't surprise me. Where, like, for example, atrazine is a pesticide that's turning all the men feminine. They're altering human genotypes and making a brand new specimen. You need some plant-based medicine, because this world we live in is not nice. They're injecting people with mercury, heavy metals, and graphene oxide. They're spraying the cities with chemtrails, morgellons, and fungal filaments. This world is run by alpha draconian shape-shifting reptilians. Anyway, sorry. That's Mr. Traumatic. Check that tune. Check that guy. But yeah, basically it's like the modern day with porn. So you got all the young men, like obviously young lads are going to want to go towards things like that if they know that it's out there. Things like porn, right? It's literally a trap. And things like that, way like you're always releasing your seed, masturbating and that will make you less testosterone. That will make you weaker. That will give you a drain. The school system is a feminine system, somewhat, like, because everyone's just so, like, bitchy and liberal these days, to an extent, where it's, like, yeah, like, the education system is fundamentally feminine. Because masculine is more of tough love, but it's because you blend in the guys with the girls in the schools and stuff, to an extent. Oh, I did actually go to an all-boys school at one point. That's kind of weird. I forgot about that. Anyway, yeah, there's shit like that, and then also just things like, like part of the awakening process is when you realize that like everything, all the fabric that surrounds you and stuff is like, my blanket is made out of plastic, bro. My clothes are made out of plastic. My blankets, it's like literally you've got like static clothes that are like energetically like fucking with your whole like aura. The dishwasher that just sort of like releases fumes into the air that you breathe in, and the washing machine that like washes your, well, it does wash, I guess, to an extent, but it's like it leaves that smell, that scenty freshness that's on your plastic clothes is poison as well. Just like most of the scenty, like if you perfumes or deodorants, like deodorants, I heard, maybe fact check me to an extent, but it's like it closes the pores of, like, the way that deodorant works. I don't know if I'm using the right terminology, but the normal Matrix deodorant that everyone's using in this culture uses metal to close your pores and block the sweat and the odor. It's got parabens in it, which is like one of the super connected to like breast cancer. Where like almost all cases of breast cancer contain parabens, which is like from the Matrix deodorant, essentially. A lot of us don't have a choice either. We're just young, and then our parents just start giving us this stuff. And then you have to like slowly realize that, oh, my blanket's plastic, my deodorant is. But again, be solution oriented, of course. Seems like I'm just ranting about the endocrine disruptors at this point. The fluoride and the chlorine in the tap water, the chemtrails, the toxic work environment. So I was breathing in plastic, mounting plastic over a desk, breathing it in, trapped in a warehouse on minimum wage. Can't leave, can't afford to leave because otherwise I'll lose my flat that I don't even want to be a slave to anyway. But I was just too young and I didn't really know what was happening. And I was just... Yesterday I got loads of downloads about how fucked up society is. And like, because I like seem to have lost the plot a little bit a few years ago, yeah. And when I actually realised what was going down, I was like, yeah, no fucking wonder I lost the fucking plot, bruv. Like, you know what I mean? I'd spent my whole childhood in that fucking indoctrination camp, getting injected with bullshit, drinking poison, eating poison. Like, I'd have my stepmom coming in every day, giving me cups of teas with bare sugar in it and that, and I was always eating all this garbage from the fucking fridge. I'm not trying to be a victim inherently, but like, I didn't know, really. And I was ignorant. I was like watching porn all of the time when I was really young. I had a really horrible example of what love is from my parents, and like, because they were always venting and beefing. Like, every day I'd get back from my wage slave warehouse neural modulation fucking AI motherboard grid, yeah, of scanning barcodes and talking to robots in headsets, yeah. I'd get back from that when I was 16, and then I'd smoke some fucking bogweed with some tobacco, and then like I'd get vented to like by my parents or my step parents about how like the relationship drama. I'm like only young. I don't need to hear a lot of that. And then I'm working at Subway and eating Subway every day while smoking fucking backy when I'm really young. I don't even know nothing. School in general. Why am I in school at all? It's like literally you're sending me to this building every day, and I'm getting bullied by like potentially. I mean, like, no, I wasn't super bullied. I was a bully myself at one point, but that's because I was just projecting and passing on the pain. Like, I shouldn't be in this environment with like 1,000 random kids. Like, who are these men? They're all thick as well, and they look where most of them ended up in their life. Exactly. So why was I even... You're literally putting me in a box as if I'm the same as them, man. By sending me to that building, if I look around and I'm surrounded by idiots, it's like, that makes me an idiot in a way. But it's like, don't put me under the same roof as these spastics who go on to fucking do nothing with their lives, bro. Because that will make me fucking... You know what I mean? It's more like I had to wake up to most of it myself, where it's like, no one told me. Like, when I said I was talking to that robot in a headset at my job, like, when I first got that job, I remember telling my mate, I was like, I got a new job. I get to talk to this robot. And they said, like, I get to. I was actually excited to be there. And I was, like, just scanning barcodes in a grid of alleyways under some LEDs and shit. But yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I'm just ranting. But it's like, yes, what was going down for me at that point is just like, I just moved out. I was around about the age of like 18 years old, which is a very like kind of turbulent transitional phase for many naturally. Yeah, and then I had my own flat. My dad left me at this flat kind of. I thought I could handle it on my ones. But like, I was locked into wage slavery. The cost of living was like literally more than I was earning basically when I was like full time working in fucking retail. Would you like a bag? 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 For 9 hours a day. Fuck that, bro. I don't understand how like I'm supposed to be able to deal with that. Like, obviously it's my fault for getting a dead job. And I should have paid attention in school. But no, I shouldn't, because school is fucking indoctrination, bro. They're teaching me about the food pyramid, and that's just a lie. So I shouldn't have... I'm glad I did not pay attention in school. It wasn't even a choice. I was young at that point. I was just disassociated because I was just being fed fake fucking food. I was getting bullied by my traumatized teachers. It's about taking... It might not be your fault, but you got to take responsibility. Anyway, sorry. all of this started with me speaking about how who I would like to become is a more of a masculine archetype. Most of my life, I think I've been more feminine. And then I started to go into that, whether that is actually me or whether or not that's the Endocrine, Disruptor, New World Order, spiritual warfare. And then I started to just go down a rabbit hole of endocrine disruptors, and then I just started like spewing out how toxic society is. Loads of different angles, you know. I was sleeping next to my EMF frequency phone like all the time, listening to music and that as I was going to sleep when I was a kid, like literally frying my fucking brain, bro. I was drinking Monster Energy. There's pictures of me when I'm like 12, 13. I got Monster Energies. There's pictures of my mum on Facebook like going like tagging me when I'm like literally a kid, and it's like got like bowls of like gummy sweets and that, and like, I'm not hating, like thank you, like I'm really appreciative for the love, but it's just so silly because I see it around me as well. It's like people around me have children and then they start giving it baby formula, they give it vaccines straight away, it's on the phone doom scrolling, it's getting sent to the indoctrination center, they're blocked up with their mucus and their sinuses, they're all blocked up. Everyone's got their priorities in the wrong. That's what's wrong with these NPCs. Their priorities are the wrong place, bro. So like you just have to go to work, and that is everyone's priority. But no one's prioritized the fact that they're hijacked by fucking intestinal parasites, fam. And that's where the psychedelic healers come into the picture. But yeah, and then like the children are like, you can see it, like they're pissing out with mucus from their nose and that because of like the fake food. And then, yeah, like everyone listens to the doctors. I used to do that, yeah. Before I had that kind of, I said I lost the plot a bit. Yeah, around about that time, yeah, I was doing quite a bit of shrooms beforehand, and then I had a long break off of them. And I was just I was awakening gradually with what my pain, what pain I could cope with, and what my trauma and my nervous system would allow me to perceive. But like, and that's what's wrong with Babylon somewhat. It's like everyone's in a severe state of shock and trauma, where they've all been hijacked by survival and fear, because of trauma. Trauma is the backbone of basically everything, and pain and suffering. But yeah, at one point I don't know if I just ended up having like a paranoia or like what the fuck it was exactly, but it's or if the shrooms were relevant, but it's like I literally developed like somewhat like a urinary tract infection, I believe, where basically what it was actually is I started to need the toilet very frequently. I needed to pee a lot. And it would actually keep me up at night. I don't know, I think I was actually like going through a paranoia shit where it's like, I think I would always be checking if I needed a pee, and then like I would notice that I could basically always use the toilet if I wanted to. And then it would make me think that I always needed to use the toilet. I don't know. It was a fit in the butt. Like, that took me a long time to realize that. For me, it was very physical for a long time, where basically I just needed the toilet like every 15 minutes. It was hard for me to get a job. It was hard for me to go to sleep. It's hard for me to like, yeah, like I was literally losing the fucking plot. Like, I swear. Like, I remember at one point, me and my dad were driving and I was like, bro, can you pull over? I need a pee, bro. And I got out to try and have a pee, and I couldn't even have one. I feel bad for myself back then, man. I was so terrified. Like, my body was telling me that I needed to pee every 15 minutes, fam. Anyway, the doctor gave me... I went to the doctors. And after they just kept brushing me off like nothing was wrong with me, in a way. Eventually, they gave me some medication that told me on the side effects that I may black out while taking them. I was terrified to take these meds. I did not want to take them because I was already had an intuition because I was awakening. And I took a couple of the pills, and then eventually I stopped, and I was like, fuck this, bro. I know this is some Babylon Matrix bullshit, fam. My parents would be like, oh, is that just the rapper guy? Like, I started to care about health, and they're like, oh, is that actually you, or is that just the rapper guy that you're listening to? Yeah, how fucking, like, treating me like I'm on probation, bro, just because I'm, like, 15, bro. Fuck you. Fuck you. What I mean, yeah, is like, treat me like I'm an actual fucking human, bro. Don't fucking treat me like I'm fucking not sovereign, bro. Oh, is that just the rapper you're listening to? How dehumanizing is that, bro? No, it ain't just a fucking... As if I don't have my own intuition. Fuck you, fam. Fuck all of you, bro. Surrounded by idiots my whole fucking upbringing, I swear down. Telling me that nothing's magic. Telling me... I think you should, like... I'll be surrounded by gang stalkers my whole fucking life, bro. Ugh! Anyway, sorry. Idiots, bruv. Fucking idiots, fam. So am I. I gotta wake the fuck up because I was a gang stalker myself and now I'm waking up. Anyway, didn't mean for this video to go past 15 minutes to be fair, but... Anyway, what I'm saying is... The doctor gave me fake pills. The doctor did not tell me to do breath work, did not tell me to look at my diet, did not tell me nothing about nothing. They literally gave me fake meds that said I could black out, bro. They gave me drugs, bro. The doctor gave me drugs while I was working in a warehouse for 9 hours a day. While my dad's trapped on a construction site and we're eating Dominoes. Oh. It's just trauma from the Matrix. That's what I mean. Like, even, like, I don't care, man. The Simulatrix is my fucking enemy. That's why I'm the disassimilator, because I'm disassimilating from the fucking hive mind, bro. And I'll disassimilate you if you please. Careful what you wish for. But yeah, the doctor don't tell me nothing about grounding. That's another thing with the endocrine disruptor thing. It's just like, our feet are disconnected from the earth. I can't believe how real trauma is, fam. But that just makes you validated anyway, to be who you are. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Anyway, yeah. Thinking about who I want to be is great. Kind of. In terms of I want to be more masculine. I want to be super hench. I want to be a super warrior, mate. Keeping that in your mind's eye and visualizing where you're trying to go. And trying to step more and more into that timeline. And perhaps applying the law of assumption. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Love you, bye.